winning 1,812 of 3,170 games. Jackson hits this one in the air to left, pretty well struck. Lewis running back at the wall, and that ball is off the wall. Hare looking to go first to third, slides in safely. Dylan Jackson didn't miss a homer by all that much. He'll settle for a double, and the Flyboys have second and third with nobody out here in the top of the second. Elizabethton's home ERA is 3.46, which leads the Appy League. The Flyboys have an OPS of 817 on the road, on base plus slugging, which leads the league. Here's the 0-2. Jordan hits a ground ball to second. This should score the run. Torbett goes to first as Hare steps on home plate. It's an RBI ground out for Micah Jordan, and the Flyboys grab a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Porches from the wind with the man at third. Here's the 0-1. Inge takes in the dirt. It gets away from the catcher, Bradley. Here comes the runner, and Jackson scores standing up on the wild pitch. So a passed ball in the first inning, and now a wild pitch from Porches, and it's a costly one as the Flyboys now lead 2-0. Here's the 1-0. Barry hits a sharp ground ball up the middle, past the dive of Patton into left center field. Lewis will score from second. The throw comes in, and they've got the runner hung up between first and second. Inge to Jackson. You've got to be mindful of the man on third. The trail runner is in a rundown. Inge tags him out before the runner scores, and that ends the inning. So credit Jackson Berry with an RBI single there, but he is cut down between first and second. And a great job by Inge there of hustling to tag Barry out before Jack Torbett crossed home plate. Elizabethton gets on the board, but after three, the Flyboys still lead 2-1 after bouncing and rolling for 100 feet or so. 2-1, a ground ball to third, past the dive of Barry into left field. One run scores. Here comes Micah Jordan. The throw from Lewis is lobbed in towards third base, and it's a 2-run single for Tyler Inge. He's got the last 4 RBIs for Greenville over the Flyboys' last couple games. And Greenville now leads 4-1 here in the top of inning number 4, especially compared to 100 years ago. 1-2 to Patton. A chopper up the middle might be 2. Bowen will go to first to get the sure out, but it's not dug out cleanly by Eli Evans. And that ball goes out of play, so the Flyboys get 2 more on what will probably be scored a throwing error. Usually they had fallen victim to the crooked number. Here's the 1-0. McNaughton drives it toward the left field corner. Lewis ranging over, cannot get there. This will score both runs. McNaughton's got good speed. He pulls up at second with a 2-run opposite field double. And Greenville has opened it up here in the fourth. It's 8-1. The Flyboys have scored 6 times in this inning. Here's the 3-2. Wolfgram lines it to the left side. Diving catch made by Jace Patton. That was a soft liner towards the hole. Patton took a couple steps, sprawled out on the outfield grass, a couple steps beyond the turf, and Wolfgram is gone. It's a great defensive play by Jace Patton. But the sentiment of that tweet was that Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout were like 2 Bugattis stationed, for example, in a trailer park. Hard ground ball up the middle, diving stop Patton to his feet, out! Jace Patton has made a couple unbelievable plays in the last 2 innings. We mentioned Dante Lewis's speed down that first base line. That was as close to a bang-bang play as you're ever going to see. Patton diving at deep short, a step onto the outfield grass, got up and threw a strike to Dylan Jackson at first to get Dante Lewis. 5 strong innings for Colin Adams. He's retired the last 6 in a row. And as we go to the 6th, the Flyboys still lead 9-1 here in Elizabethton. Pitchers probably having to contend with sweaty palms. Here's a sharp line drive past third base. That's a fair ball headed towards the corner. Patton is thinking about 2. Lewis going all the way towards the corner to retrieve it. Jace Patton has a stand-up double, and he is 2 for 4 here tonight. The 1-2. Francisco takes up and in. And a delayed steal of third. Patton diving in the throw, and he is safe. The Flyboys tried a delayed steal last inning. It did not work. Grant Hunter got thrown out trying to take second. But there, Jace Patton took off for third. He dove in just ahead of the tag from Jackson Berry, almost dove past the base, but kept his sliding mitt on the corner in the Major League Baseball draft. 1-1. Jordan drives it to deep left field. Dante Lewis going back, and that ball is gone. Micah Jordan with his third home run of the season. He ambushes another fastball, and it's a 3-run bomb for the man from Virginia Tech. The Flyboys are now on the right side of a mercy rule potentially, as it's 13-1 here in the top of the 6th, and that ball escaped the yard in a hurry. 384 feet to straightaway left field. All Lewis could do was stand and watch. It's Jordan's third hit in the last 3 innings. So here's Bradley now. He walked back in the second. Flyboys still leading 13-2. 1 away. The bases remain loaded for Xavier Bradley. Here's the 2-2. Bradley lines it towards center field. Micah Jordan has it played perfectly. He makes the catch. No, he dropped it. Oh, that looked like a routine play for Micah Jordan. I was looking to see who the runner at third was, and when I looked up, the ball was on the ground. So that's an E8. And a weird mistake there by Jordan. It was hit right to him. Had his glove about chest high trying to make that catch, and it ended up on the grass in center field. It was a line drive, and sometimes those are hard to read, but that seemed pretty routine. Jordan, though, couldn't make the play, so now it's 13-3 Flyboys. Still only 1 away in the inning. Carl to the plate. 6 for 53 on the season. He struck out looking both times tonight. And a fastball grounded up the middle. Diving stop. Patton shovels to second offline, and everybody's safe. 13-4 as Barry touches home. Patton's made a couple highlight reel plays, but that one, he was trying to get the double play. And I understand. But Patton there tried to shovel it straight from his glove to Tyler Inge covering second base. Hindsight is 20/20, but I think the play there would have been to get to his feet and try to throw out Carl at first. Run scores. Terrence Bowen swings and misses at the first pitch. They score that an infield hit, which is a very home scorer thing to do. Leading all River Riders hitters, 24 RBIs on the season and 4 homers. A chopper to the left side. Patton to his backhand. Throw across the diamond is offline. It pulled Jackson off the base. Patton knew he had to get rid of it quickly with Crosland's speed, and that cost him. It's the second error of the inning for Greenville as Bradley scores. No RBI for Crosland. But Drew Maddox, when all is said and done, will have had to record 5 outs to retire 3 men. Flyboys now lead 15-6 here in the top of the 8th. Francisco, a hit by pitch, a walk, and then a pop out, a ground out, and a strikeout. He's done about everything you can do besides get a hit in this game. Francisco hitting under 200. So if we're going strictly by the numbers and not at all by anything else, that's a hit about once every 6 plate appearances, or at-bats, I should say. But either way, I think Francisco's due. Runner goes, the 2-1. Swinging a line drive towards left center field. This ball is down, and it will head towards the wall. 2 runs will score. Brady Francisco pulls up at second base. Told you he was due. It's a 2-run double for Brady Francisco, and the Flyboys now lead 17-6 here in the top of the 8th. Here's the payoff. We rung him up. That was a late strike 3 call by Brandon Wells. Carl had already taken a couple steps toward first, and the Flyboys win tonight. 17-9 your final. Greenville improving to 16-11 on the season. Elizabethton dropping to 15-13.